Hello, my fellow adventurers! This is Mloentje. Welcome back to Throne and Liberty. Guys, I thought I was done with my codexes with the storyline, and then all of a sudden, Remnant of Nix continue the story.
Adventurer! Adventurer! Could you come see me right away?
Apparently, something is wrong.
I just came back from this incredibly strange dimension. Or maybe I should call it a rift.
Ooh.
And I had to tell you about it as soon as possible. I'm still aboard the Ethereum. Please, come to the Ethereum when you have time. Something amazing happened.
Remnants of Nix. That is the new PvP activity in the game, guys. That is the new PvP activity in the game.
Something amazing happened.
Yeah, really?
There you are. Just as I thought, you always come running when it's news like this.
So, what's the matter?
Well, Nix is such a mysterious place, right? And since the Ethereum was already up in the sky, I was looking around to see whether there were any new dimensional circles nearby. And then, of all things, I picked up a really fascinating signal. The signal was exactly the same as the one from Nix, the place we're standing in now, except it was being detected across several other dimensions. But calling it something beyond a dimensional circle didn't feel right.
So what kind of signal was it?
Right! A rift fracture! Yes, I think that's the better word. Anyway, let me tell you about the truly incredible things we found in there. I went in with Sienna, and inside there was a place almost identical to Nix. If I had to point out a difference, it was only a slight change in the atmosphere.
Okay.
If Sienna hadn't been with me, I wouldn't have even realized we'd entered the rift. It was that similar to Nix.
Okay.
Even the Ethereum was there too. But there wasn't anyone inside. Not a single person.
So it's a copy of this world, but then with no one in it?
Anyway, while we were continuing the investigation, a monster suddenly jumped out, and Sienna took it down in one clean strike.
Ah, okay, even I can't do that.
But then, the gear it dropped was frozen solid in red. Completely different from usual.
Ah, yeah, okay, they're explaining the red items. Okay.
Normally, Nix is known as a place where you can obtain blue frost gear, and it's always frozen in blue.
Yeah, frozen gear.
Alright, I'll take it from there.
Okay, talk to Sienna. Sienna?
It seems those pieces of equipment were corroded by the red fog. And then, when Nix froze over again, they were instantly frozen together with it.
Isn't it dangerous?
For now, we've been calling them red frost gear. And because they were frozen solid, the energy of the red fog didn't seem to be leaking out.
Okay.
But if you try to bring the equipment out of the rift in its current state, it becomes unusable.
Ah, so we're gonna need to purify it inside.
We've been researching ways to make the equipment usable somehow. And it seems it can be restored through the armillary sphere left behind by the wizard Shamir.
What might that be?
Before sacrificing himself, the ancient wizard Shamir created a device that purifies demonic energy and other malignant forces. That device is Shamir's armillary sphere.
Okay.
There is one in each region of Nix. And it seems Red Frost equipment can be purified there as well. In that case, those items can be used too, which would be an extraordinary opportunity for both the Resistance and adventurers alike.
Is something wrong?
That's right. And opportunities like this always come with danger.
Of course they do.
The problem is that, inside that space, hostility rises abnormally high, to the point that everyone is perceived as an enemy.
Okay.
Unless they entered with you, you can't even tell friend from foe in there.
Yeah, it's a giant PvP area, guys.
For now, that's everything we've managed to learn. What comes next is...
I need to enter the area?
You already know, don't you? I'd like you to go in and investigate that space for us. I'm counting on you.
Okay.
We couldn't learn much, but we confirmed one thing. Even from outside, some Ethereum functions can be used on the version over there. Through that, I think we should be able to guide you by providing the necessary information and functions. I'm counting on you.
She's counting me. In Paola's simulated remnant, complete the rift fracture experience. It's a simulated remnant for Paola. So is that the actual PvP or not? Because, yeah, it's basically, guys, it is an extraction MMO. Basically, you go down in the Rift, like any extraction shooter. You basically go down, you kill NPCs, you get loot from them. You have the loot, but you need to extract with the loot. If you get killed, you drop your items, right? Now, I'm not really sure if the items stay once they're purified. Then it wouldn't be an issue if you even died. Let's see what Paola has to say. Nothing. Okay. That's right, Mloentje. I heard you were planning to enter the Rift Fracture. I'm actually thought it might help with Dimensional Circle research, so I created a small space similar to it, something called Simulated Remnants. I did receive a little help from Sienna, though, in any case, before I discussed it with Captain Da Vinci. This is actually my first time connecting spaces like this, but the result came out rather well. You know, I'm kind of proud, if I must say so myself. I was thinking we could use this place to help members of the Resistance adapt before entering the Rift Fracture. It would be terrible if they rushed into somewhere dangerous and got hurt. So earlier, their lips wasn't moving, but now that I'm doing the talking, she's actually moving her lips. That's kind of weird. Could you perhaps try out this place once before you enter? So it might be possible that the place I enter is not the actual PvP instance, guys. I popped in and out of that space a few times to make sure it's actually safe in there. It's best to have someone strong like you to go check it out. It should be safer than the real deal. Yeah, it's not the real deal. So probably. Surely I would never put the Resistance Rising Star in danger, right? Okay, fine. I knew it. I knew you would help me, Mloentje. Now, are you ready to experience the Rift Fracture? Then I'll send you to the Simulated Remnant right away. Be careful. Okay, so it's not the real thing, so I don't think I'm in any danger of PvP in this place.
Now if I do this here...
Defeat Blacksport
then...
Company Pirates. Okay.
I need to place the nail again.
But I needed to block this dude. And then defeat Blacksport's Pirates Captain. So that was this dude. Frigid Rest Fraud Rune. Move outside the structure. Through the door? Oh. Okay, through the door. Go up the stairs and activate the escape port activation device to open the escape ports. Okay, makes sense. The escape port door will open in 30 seconds. And yeah, it seems to be also have these bushes. Now, if you hide in these bushes, apparently in the PvP map, then nobody can see you unless they jump into the bush as well. And people inside of the bush can see each other. So it's basically like everybody can see me here. If I go in, nobody can see me unless they get into the bush. And that's actually pretty... I wonder if you can... If there's like somebody doing a volley of different spells on you and you go in here, that you still can get attacked or not. Move to the interior of the escape port and use the emergency escape device to escape. Don't I need to purify my stuff? Right? Don't I need to purify my stuff before I get out? It seems there's two portals to interact with. I wonder if I portal that the rest of my team portals as well. Okay, Chimere's Ameliorated Sphere. Purify Red Frost equipment at the sphere. Red Frost, we normally need Flame of Purification, but we can purify this one freely. And we're getting a rune chance just from this one. Leave the Simulated Remnants. Yeah, that's basically what you need to do, guys. Kill mobs. Go to one of those... I think one of these gates to purify them and then get out. Because they're showing me to get out and then purify them. Open the main menu, rolled content, Lawless Wilds, and enter the Remnants of Nix. Oh, so now we're gonna need to go inside itself. And there is an actual gate for that, guys.
Those who wish to fight
Away
come
with
forward.
the weak.
Everyone
Only
else
those who know
return
the
home.
taste of victory should speak with me.
So we almost got a contract manager over here. So he's got contracts specifically for inside, guys. And they are also contract rights you want to do with your resistance contract keys, right? Or, the amount that you hold. And these are specifically, you can obtain excellent items, escape using an escape lever, or purify one Red Frost item. Defeat all monsters in the Thumbgear Hollow, 5. Defeat and assist in defeating other players in the Remnants of Nix, 1. Destroy rift shards, barrels, or cargo chests. So yeah, you can pick up chests and they give you the honor coins, guys. Now the honor coins you can use here with the honor coin merchant.
You must have gotten pretty lucky.
And he basically has 2 rings, 2 PvP rings, I presume. Yeah, PvP melee, heavy attack chance, heavy attack damage, CC resist. And critical damage resist, PvP endurance, CC resist. So, DPS and a tanky one. Okay. And then a bunch of other guys. Shimmers, Weapon Cinder, Accessory Cinder, and Armor Cinders. Those are used to make weapons. Unlock stones. The Noble Equipment chest. So if you do Battlegrounds, guys, you can also get these honor coins. Weekly Rune Chance, Obsidian. So that seems to be the same. The new things seem to be up top here. So yeah, that's the new honor vendor for your PvP, guys.
Those who wish to fight come forward.
And then
Everyone else return home.
click on here. You go Lawless Wilds, Rift, Fracture. And these are actually all of the items you can obtain. So yeah, red items as you can see here. PvP melee heavy attack chance, PvP endurance on this one. So they are all PvP weapons, right? That you can obtain in here. And then the armors. Max health, kill damage, resist damage reduction. Yeah, it's a 2 set. PvP melee ranged endurance and damage reduction. Heavy attack damage and PvP heavy attack chance. Endurance increase, critical damage and critical hit chance. Evasion sets. Any other? Skill core crafting recipe using the Archboss weapons crafting with skill core template disabled. Okay. An evasion bonus damage. Skill damage over time on attack. The decrease targets all debuff resistance. Interesting. Magic heavy attack chance per wisdom. And we got some items in here as well. PvP range critical hits. Some accessories. Fucking Twilights. I kind of wanted to have this one for my healer. Fortitude, Perception, Endurance, Healing. That's actually pretty good, right? So yeah, you can match make. Minimum combat power is 7,500. It says we need to enter, right? So let's enter. I'm probably not gonna be faring off well. Remnants of Nix, basic info. Is a PvP-enabled Lawless Wilds. So this is basically the replacement of Nebula Island. You can enter in parties of 1 of 4, and it's optimized for small-scale elite play. Due to heavy snow, health recovery effects are reduced compared to regular gameplay in Nix. It takes place in timed sessions, and you can freely participate without entry limits. However, after a certain amount of time has passed since the session was created, a new player can no longer enter. Each session lasts 30 minutes. You can enter repeatedly and attempt it multiple times. How it works, the contested bosses can also be efficient choices. Boss appearance. Boss monsters appear after a certain amount of time passed since the session begins. Defeating bosses grants valuable rewards. Obtaining Red Frost items. Red Frost items can be obtained in the Remnants of Nix. So only in the Remnants of Nix. Among Red Frost items, higher tier items can only be obtained in Remnants of Nix. Obtained items cannot be used immediately. You must first find the Sanctum of Purification and purify them. Once purification is complete, items move from the Red Frost inventory to the regular inventory, allowing them to be equipped and used. Purification can only be performed within the limit of your available purification points. Escape. 5 minutes after the session begins, you can use escape ports to leave the field. Each hunting ground has 2 escape ports for a total of 10 escape ports. As time passes, some escape ports disappear, limiting escape routes. Obtaining a loot and escaping safely is the main objective in the Remnant of Nix. And then special notes, death and loot loss. If you die while carrying items, you may lose your loot. If you leave the battlefield without completing purification, you will lose all obtained items. Items registered in the safe inventory are protected even upon death. Using bushes. Bushes where you can hide are found throughout Remnant of Nix. While hiding inside of a bush, other users cannot see inside until they enter the same bush. The targets inside the bushes cannot be targeted. Bushes can be used for various tactics such as ambushes, invading, pursuit, stealth. Using exclusive items, frozen scrolls can be used in a variety of tactical ways, such as shaking off pursuers or changing the location of an engagement. Roll path activation. Roll paths activate after a certain amount of time has passed during the session and can affect the flow of battlefield and users' movement routes. So there we go. And then we got honor coins. Yeah, that's the same pop-up message, I think. Yeah, so the vendor, you can find himself here as well. You got the contract manager, okay. Got like all of the sundries merchant is here. Equipment manager is here. Really? Let's do that. Who else is here? The rest is just resistance stalls. The priestess is in the back here. So, yeah, we got 23 minutes and 30 seconds left on the map. And then it's basically Remnants of Nix, right? And we can see here escape port, 7 minutes, 22 minutes, 1 minute, 13 minutes. So this is when they... it's remaining, right? So the next one, if we want to do, would be this one over here. So if we just fly towards here... Like, these are danger zones, right? These are where monsters frequently appear. I do presume they appear throughout the entire escape port closed. Escape port closed. Got another one over here. This is a red zone. High risk zone where monsters appear in greater numbers. So better to farm, easier to get really high equipment. Yeah, when you look at the map like this, completely reminds me of Arc Raiders. Red zones to farm in, yellow zones to farm in.
The escape port has been completely sealed.
Yeah, so this one is gonna be sealed then. So we got 5 minutes, guys. Let's set a marker over here. Let's head out there. Because we do wanna... I kind of want to go to a less obvious location. Just so I can actually escape. So 20 star beacons activate. 25 escape ports activate. So 5 minutes into the match, the actual escape ports activate. And then you see on the map which ones will fade out in the time span. And then 20 star beacons activate escape from Remnants of Nix. So the star beacons are basically these where you can use the paths to fast travel across the lands, right? And this one is not active, so yeah, let's head on out. Let's see if we can get a drop. The purifications are here as well on the map. You can see here, Ameliora's Sphere. These are like places that are gonna have a lot of ambushes, guys. For me, I just kind of want to try to get out. I don't really want to, like, purify shit. There is also a save tab. So we have one you have, but you can get the second one if you have Vinci's favor up. And basically, I can put into the red frost items that I might obtain from here in my safe pockets. And even if I die, they should remain in there. So let's go to the grounds. Because it just says obtain rest frost equipment. So we are gonna need to obtain something for the quests. Okay. Seems pretty peaceful here. You never know how long that's gonna... Mobs have 350,000, so they do have more health than outside. Outside, an average monster has 100. Let's see if I can get an item before I get killed. I wonder how many star beacon is activated. I wonder how many people are in like one of the instances, guys. How many people at the same time can enter one of these? Because it's time limited gates, right? There's a maximum amount of people that can join here. You don't want to press like 200 people in here, but you also don't want to press like 4 or 5 groups in here, because that's gonna be ridiculous, right? Whoa. Gotta be careful that I don't die here. Can I obtain one item? Yeah, there we go. Frigid Rest Frost Jar. Now what I want to test is to go inventory. I can do this, right? So even if I die, I will still hold on to this. Enter via an escape port and use. So we're gonna need to escape and then use it, guys.
The escape port has been completely sealed.
Wonder if somebody activated it. Because I'm not gonna be the only one that thinks, oh, I'm just gonna go in, not go to a high density area, and just try to get some drops and get out, right? I'm not gonna be the only one. And I wonder if people... Yeah, the green... Oh no, the green is still here. I wonder if people will notice. Gotta be careful of the bushes. Might be people in there. Yeah, there's a certain level of anxiety that you always get on, like, extraction stuff. It's a good level of anxiety, though. And we are getting flames of purification here as well as drops, as you just saw. Should about be open. No second drop. I think it's open. See if I can extract. A good chance to ambush somebody. Okay. Okay, we got that. Nice. And then we can purify here. Return to the Remnants of Nix. Why would you purify? And we're getting rare purification for that one. Why would you purify on the map itself if you can come to this tower and then just return to the Remnants of Nix Ethereum? Like, I don't really get that. Leave the Remnants of Nix. Yeah, I don't really get it. Why you would... That's a strange one. Why you would actually not purify in the safe area. I'm not even sure if it's a safe area, but...
You're here.
Yeah, I am here, Sienna.
Good to see you nice and well.
Well,
How was it inside?
here is what I saw.
So, you saw it too. That place doesn't seem to be as simple as a copied dimension. The terrain is identical to Nix, but everything felt subtly out of alignment.
That's why you're thinking of calling the place Remnants of Nix? At the moment when the Red Flock was swallowing Nix, some fragments of that moment seemed to have been left behind in a warped state, repeating itself within the rifts.
And there's one more strange thing. According to our investigation, that space... it wasn't a singular instance.
Oh, so you mean there's gonna be multiple of these PvP? So they're basically saying if this works out, we're gonna make more extraction PvP?
Several rift fractures of the same type are being detected at once.
Like, you can do this in any part of the continent, right? Just make, like, a giant piece of the continent, make that another zone.
It's as though the same space is being created over and over. And after a certain amount of time, the rifts themselves become unstable and collapse. That's why we launched the Ethereum's escape pods as quickly as we could to get people out from within, without delay. I don't think it's safe to remain in there for long. This is something I should report to Captain Da Vinci immediately. I've already given Captain Da Vinci a brief report.
Okay, and we need to talk to Da Vinci. Let's just see what he has to say. Yeah, all in all, I think a lot of people will like it.
I received the report that you'd gone to the place called Nix's Afterimage.
Nix's Afterimage? No, it's called Remnants of Nix. You just said it yourself, but you're not using the correct words. I think a lot of people will like this mode, guys, because it's a guarantee. Like Battlegrounds, you really need to wait. Here you can just go in whenever you want to, right? And you got like 20, 25 to 30 minutes on the map, maybe a little bit less. Like, you can spawn into maps that have not the 30 minutes on the cooldown. But on the same time, there were still people that were loving Nebula. And Nebula is gone. About the rifts. Like, there is no more Nebula, guys.
Yes. An identical structure to Nix. Remnants of the Red Fog. abnormal amplification of hostile impulses. A fascinating phenomenon. Multiple instances of the same space are being generated at once, and after a certain amount of time, they repeatedly collapse. The conclusion is clear. That space is no mere rift fracture beyond dimensions. It is a space where a specific moment of Nix is being reenacted over and over. And that reenactment is unfolding simultaneously across multiple layers.
So, about the combat between the resistance forces.
You can hardly call it combat. It is conflict brought on by perceptual distortions.
Well, greed, I would say.
Inside the rift fracture, emotions are amplified, and even allies are seen as enemies. As the same space keeps repeating over and over, that effect appears to be accumulating as well. Stay too long and you'll lose your judgment. Eventually, you won't even be able to fully identify your own allies. We've received reports that even if fighting occurs inside, people do not actually die or suffer real wounds. But that does not make it truly safe.
No, your mental state actually can take some really massive hits.
We'll treat this as a full operation from here on. I will consider deploying the entire resistance. But the investigation must be completed and the force withdrawn before internal collapse occurs. If you're late, I can't promise your survival. Identical rifts will likely continue to appear. And, if necessary, you may be sent in repeatedly. This mission is both an investigation and a live operation. Be ready to deploy once fully ready.
Okay, and there we go, guys. And that should be now the final quest for codexes. I didn't know there was actually one more. No, we did everything. Where did it came from then? No, that's the dungeons extra. Oh, it was the extra one. Remnants of Nix. Okay. So yeah, really nice explanation, guys, of the new PvP system. Like I said, probably a lot of people will love it. They can hunt other players. And there's actually rewards behind hunting other players, because they can drop their shit and you can pick it up. Right? So that intensifies. Like, Battlegrounds is fun, because you work towards a score and winning. But killing players to get loot, that's a whole other level of PvP, guys. And definitely people will like it. But like I said, Nebula had its own charm, because you could basically go there with your entire guild. This is another PvP. Well, there's a lot of PvP guild-related things you can do, right, in the game already. So, yeah, if you really want to go out with your guild, you go out guild versus guild. And guild bosses and stuff like that, right? So, yeah, I'm rambling on, guys. I'm gonna wrap up this episode here. If you want to see more of my quest progression on my Let's Play here in Throne and Liberty or any other game I might be playing on my channel, just hit that subscribe button. It would always help out a lot. I do hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.